Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Final Third. You have myself, Juls, Banks, and Lavish. So we're just gonna go straight into it. Game week.
Well, free, not three.
Yeah, I looked at 6. Anyways, game week 3. We're gonna start off with the Liverpool Arsenal.
We've been winning so much. You thought it was on game week 6.
That's how two wins make Arsenal fans feel.
Keep quiet. Say
it. I'm just following on from what you said. Say it.
Themselves. I'm not backing Shemi this season. I'm so sorry. I don't the agenda stuff no more. No, I'm out of it. But just the Lavish, just talk us through our lineup. Did it affect
our lineup?
Did it affect the game? Because a lot of people thought that obviously Holden shouldn't be starting.
Gabriel.
Yeah, and someone else shouldn't have started. El Neni. I don't know why this guy starts, but no, let me finish. But yeah, a lot of just it just looks like he's here to stay basically. But yeah, talk us through the lineup and how the game went.
Jules, that's one thing. Let's get one thing straight. And then he's here to stay. Arteta showed serious belief in him, playing him in games that we really should be surprised to see him on a team sheet. Pre-season, it was all fun and games because
Anfield 2020 on any starting. That is starting. That is starting.
Because Juan Mata still plays for you, man. Okay.
And we cuss him every single week.
Yeah,
and
but
you're out here defending your scrubs. Fair enough. Sorry, my bad. Continue.
I wasn't out here defending. I'm just saying he's here to stay.
Sorry,
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, the lineup. I wouldn't say it shocked me because a lot of Arteta's lineups or previous Arsenal managers, they just always seem to surprise us with our lineups. We never get it clear cut. So Gabriel not starting, I don't understand the reason, but okay, he didn't start. Tierney coming into the team, happy, but we're basically the three at the back is our normal lineup now. It seems like that's what we win with. That's what we play to our strengths with. But as for the game, I feel like the result was only going to end one way from the first half. There's a fine line between giving a team, showing them respect and just feeling them back for the first 10 minutes or just being, what's the word?
Passive.
Yeah, being passive in play, being passive in transition. There's a fine line between keeping your shape and keeping your structure and being showing so much respect to a Liverpool. Liverpool are always going to dominate the ball. Liverpool are always going to have high volumes of possession, get us on counters and get us on they're just going to pam us every way, shape or possible, but it's what we do on the ball. Yeah. One thing that we've been good with in recent games as well is being very effective and taking our chances. The little chances we get, especially in these big games, the minimal chances we get because we have less of the ball, we take them. But today, obviously, Lacazette was wasteful and missing one chance, but the other chance we had, we scored it. But it's fine margins. And this is the problem it's been at Arsenal. Just the lack of the creative midfielder. We get a limited amount of chances. So when you miss, it's very much remembered. Do you get? But
when you miss Lacazette miss, it should be remembered because you can't go through and then try to chip and it's all coming out all janky like your Welbeck and that, man. Right, come on, man.
That's a United.
Come on, man.
That was a United. And you're United rank. So what you lot teaching and your finishing is that's
not what's important.
So moving on, talking about single performances, who just had a stinker? I can name you one person. I'm so sorry. I'm just bringing out Aubameyang.
You think so? That's not fair.
Aubameyang had a stinker, but
that's
the thing fair. you lot got him running the wing for Lacazette. Sorry, this is my problem right now with Arsenal. That you've got you said with Arteta, he's coached you lot to play in a very specific way where when it comes off, that's your one move. When it comes off, it looks very good and it comes off well. But when that move isn't banging, there's nothing else that Arteta's really turned into. So now you've got Aubameyang all running the left wing, trying to check Alexander-Arnold. He's not having no impact in the box he's supposed to. And you've got Lacazette up there who's not really making it stick. He's not really bringing anybody else into play.
Lacazette's made it stick.
He hasn't though. He scored goals. He scored like he's finished off a jammy chance here and there.
Yes,
But has he actually played well?
In recent games, he's played well enough for me. And
West Ham he played well. West Ham he played
no,
well.
okay, but
When he got hooked.
Fulham.
Fulham's the barometer.
You're not gonna compare Fulham at West Ham, like.
Listen, no, a lot of people didn't play well in that West Ham game, innit? But I'm not just speaking of West Ham and Fulham. I'm speaking of previous games. He's played okay.
Previous game, I think
he's been on better form than recent.
I feel like that's cat. I feel like that's so much cat. Lacazette has not been in good form for a long time since he was back in France.
Yeah.
Maybe back then we can talk about good form. But even during this Arteta run, he's been stinky. There's been times when he's been dropped for Nketiah, like.
No, every time. But that's not because of his performance. Arteta's got stock in Nketiah. Arteta's got Nketiah. And you can't tell me otherwise because his faith in Nketiah and his consistency with bringing him on in the 70th minute to give him so many trust minutes. At this point, it's not trust minutes. It's just you like him and you want to play him. But maybe I'm not patient because they were starving in that centre forward role. Yeah, but I haven't got the patience for Nketiah right now. I believe. Let's not forget, because Aubameyang's been so graceful in staying left wing for his best mate, yeah? Let's not forget that his main position is centre forward, yeah? Let's not forget that. As for... as for Julie saying individual performances, I would say William played bad.
Oh, please.
William was awful. William, hey... William gave you 2 or 3 assists in the first game. Hey, treasure those assists. You're not gonna get a nice little burst around Christmas. Maybe something during Easter. Maybe just manage your expectations for the rest of the season because he's burst out with 3 assists already. You're good till Christmas. I can't lie. That's you till Christmas with William, and you lot knew that when you signed him. That's you lot till Christmas.
Julie, this match was a win-win for us. If we win, we're 9 points and we're top of the league. If we lose, we're going Lyon and we're going to Atletico. Yeah? Party time.
Well, we've got how many days left? So, listen, Arteta.
We've got a week. Because I want the Arsenal kits, but I'm not copying them. They do their job.
We've got 7 days. All right. Final question on the match. I'm going to go to you, Lavish, because you got stock on this guy, yeah. The pressure on Pepe, like from the minute he came on to the minute the last.
There was no pressure on Pepe, you know, and that's what upsets me a lot. That's what upsets me the most.
Not obviously on the pitch, but
okay,
just looking at everyone's reaction.
Pepe is
not pressure on the pitch. Like,
Pepe is not on like Twitter or football Twitter, yeah. So I don't believe he feels this pressure, and he doesn't play like he feels it. But the simple basics is what upsets me about Pepe. So in that game, yeah, you had 2 opportunities to put in a good ball from corners, and he did the exact same thing. In other matches, in other matches, you've seen Pepe, instead of him to smack the ball across the box first time, he's gonna cut back onto his left, shot feint, cut back onto his right, cut back onto his left. He should be banned from dribbling. He should be banned from dribbling because it limits and it hampers like what the directness and the poisonous we've seen in the compilations before you came. It's gone. It's just missing, and it's just like it's dribble till you die. And I don't know, like you don't get paid per dribble, so like make it make sense. And this is what upsets me about Arteta. I know he's a good coach and everything, but I think Pepe's so coachable. You just need to shake him. Just shake him, you know, shake him. Your dad just shake you back in the day. You start waking up for church, shake him. You're gonna be late for church again. That's what you need.
Nah, man. I think at this point, only Pepe stands have like expectations of it. I feel like everybody's come to terms with it. Like we all get chiefs now, like once in a while. Like, everyone gets chiefs. Like you paid over the odds. Not really what you thought you'd get. Like now he's riding bench for Willian. It's a bit sticky. Like it's not pretty to look at, but it is what it is. You got to live with the situation sometimes, because there's no way a £72 million record signing should be riding the bench for Willian De Borges coming from Chelsea on a free transfer. It's a bit. It's the visuals ain't good. The visuals ain't really pretty. But good luck to him, man. Good luck to him, honestly.
You don't.
Nah, that's me. That's me on Pepe, man. That's me on Pepe.
So
Good luck to him, man.
moving on to the next topic. West Brom versus Chelsea. Anyways, we're gonna start with the massive thing this week. I think it was even trending. Lampard out. Maybe it trends every week. I don't even know. But everyone was screaming Lampard out.
What?
Listen, Chelsea fans, yeah, Lampard out is the new thing right now. Lampard out. So, Banks, give us a lowdown on the match.
Hey, boy. This is what, like, they got all these shiny new players for Chelsea. They forgot to get a coach. And that's what it feels like everyone was just, all these teams are just trying to go off vibes. Like, yeah, sign up an old player. Yeah, let's get this thing going. We don't need to actually coach some tactics. We don't need to actually have a style of play. Let's get somebody that knows the club, give him some players, and everything will be good. Hey, when I tell you, I can literally understand why Chelsea fans say I'm Lampard out, because in a year I still don't know exactly what his style of play is, and giving him more players has made it even more confusing. Because I believe in the first 3 games he's played Havertz in like 3 different positions. I'm sorry, like this is just one moment in this match. I think this is when Chelsea were losing 3-2. Like there was game momentum back in the game. And then Lampard decided to go 3 at the back, was playing Werner wing back, Tammy Abraham right wing. And I was thinking, bro, you know you would have won this match if you just didn't do anything. Like if you didn't try to engage your brain to do something, you would have won this match. But you decided to do monkey meme. You decided to think, oh yeah, I'm a coach, let me do something. And like it's only through a last minute Tammy Abraham tapping that you managed to get a point. If you left it alone, these would have beat West Brom probably 5-3 the way they were going. But he decided to do the mad thing. And I can understand, because like you see the signs before it goes full capitulation. That you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that Lampard isn't giving Chelsea players the right platform to be successful right now. And if he's not doing it yet, then there's a good chance that he's not going to be able to do it in the future. So it doesn't surprise me that they're screaming Lampard out. I've always said, did a good job to get them top 4, but it ain't gonna be enough to close the gap if he ain't gonna bring out the tactics. If he ain't gonna bring out the tactics, boy, it ain't enough to close the gap.
Let me just throw this out there. Who do you think is gonna last longer, Ole or Lampard?
Oof. My club is run by idiots, so I go with Lampard. Lampard's gonna last longer. Ole would just say a couple of nice words.
Clear as day.
He'd get a contract.
Clear as day, the situation as Chelsea. That's why when we did the Chelsea fan zone, I'm just watching it and absolutely laughing. I'm literally laughing at these lot. Because it's obvious, all that glitters ain't gold. In all the shopping halls we've seen in football, it doesn't ever hit the ground running like that. Very few. Even when City first did theirs, it didn't hit the ground running. Well, I wouldn't call Tottenham's one when they got rid of Bell. That's the shopping hall. They just got all the scraps they could. But it just never hits the ground running. No matter what level of the table. When QPR did it, they went down. You can't buy all these players and expect them to gel, especially when you've got an unproven, untested manager. The situation at Chelsea last season suited Lampard a lot more, where he had to play the kids. Derby County was a very youthful team, and a lot of them he brought them through, and he knew them. So in terms of the Kaya, the Mounts, and that, they really and truly, those young youthful players that grew up in the Chelsea ranks would respect a Lampard, because they grew up seeing him on the pitch across the road, in the first team pitch. But now you've got world-class players, as Banks said. It makes it a lot harder for you to be able to coach these world-class, supposedly fringe and world-class players when you're untested and unproven. And that's why you're overthinking. We can see the gears going in during the match, just your gears just turning, bro. When you're playing Havertz, I'm seeing Werner get the ball deep left back. I'm seeing now just move Chove left wing, like finally. And it's funny. I think Anita tweeted it. Someone else tweeted it saying that the people that got you out of the doghouse was your previous players. And I was thinking, I didn't even deep it.
Hudson, the Mount.
And the Abraham. Anyway, I don't think this is Lampard's fault.
Abraham, yeah.
He's falling short to the time of how football is so fast now, on and off the pitch, that you don't get time. You don't get time, but you put yourself in this position. If you're a smaller team, you would get more time. But you're at Chelsea, and they gave you the big bag. So,
big up to Thiago Silva for making that game interesting as well, because he had a shocker.
As for sorry, just a quick last sentence. As for West Brom and Fulham, you're both competing for last place, because how West Brom did not take 3 points from that match. You and Golden State and blew a 3-0
in the first half. Boy. Just want to throw this question out there because I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and I personally don't know the issue, but why does Lampard persist on playing Mount? Like, why are the fans so against it? I don't know.
I think the issue with Lampard's use of Mount is that he's using him in positions where he's not going to be effective. Like, he's playing him out on the left, out on the right. When you've got a winger like Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's like, you saw when he came on, like, he was going at players, trying to be direct, trying to cut in, get shots off, get passes into the final third. Like, you need that from your wing players. Like, you've already got Havertz at the 10. That now you need to surround him with different profiles. But for some reason, he's got this love for Mount that, like, whatever happens, he's got to fit in the team somewhere. Like, even if it doesn't make sense, it's not making sense to play Mount on the right wing or on the left wing, but I'm going to put him there anyway because that's my son. And I love him. I'll never drop my son. So it's weird, like, you need to get out.
He had 2 children before. He had 2 children before, but he got rid of Barkley. He realised, the older son, the older son, that's a bit left wing. That's a bit left wing. And you're just like, you know what? I'm down in tools with you. You can go and be doing bad guy. He got rid of Barkley because Barkley was playing, Barkley and Mount, 2 named on the team sheet without fail, but now it's just Mount. He's got to be more cutthroat with it because sometimes the maths ain't maths in where he puts Mount in. It doesn't work sometimes.
Just drops him in. And some Chelsea fans will just say, yeah, he works hard. He's going to give you work for it. And you're thinking, blood, what sort of ghetto is this? I hate it when they describe attacking players as workhorses.
Working
they
hard.
Work hard. They're going to track. But, oh, man. This ain't what I grew up on. This ain't the beautiful game I grew up on.
No.
They didn't play Rooney because he was tracking back and working hard. Because he had that pizzazz. But now it's, the attacking player, he tracks back. He's not going to let his fullback rest. Blood, what are you doing for me in my own box? That's what I want to know. That's what Chelsea fans want to know about Mount. But to be fair, he got a good goal against West Brom, so you can't, like, you give him that. But long term, he's got to think about where not even Ziyech, Havertz and Mount will fit into the same side, because as Shem said, the maths ain't nothing.
It's not nothing.
Not nothing at all.
Moving on to United, Brighton United.
Woo!
Here we go. So Banks, just quickly give us a lowdown of the match, because that match was a match, boy.
Hey, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
You niggas in trouble.
We in trouble. Hey, I said on the season preview that I did with the United fans that if we get signings, we'll probably get third. We'll probably get third. Like, even with the signings we're projected to make, we'll probably get third with that. Without that, hey, I can't lie. Brighton were kicking ball on us, and for so long, Ole has relied on the vibes of Martial, Bruno, Rashford, and to just go out there and win it for him. And you never saw that in more effect than you did against a team that was actually coached. A team, when they were popping chances against us, they should have had like 5 or 6. Like, the fact that they lost that game is a travesty. But at the same time, Maupay tried to do all this stupid shit. So what do you think is gonna happen to you? What do you think? You think the things you plant ain't gonna come to reap? Nah. Hey, I'm happy that happened for Maupay, but it's scary times when Brighton are out here literally outplaying us, like kicking ball on us. Trossard hit the crossbar 3 times with very good chances, I think he hit all of the woodwork actually.
Yeah.
He hit all of the woodwork.
Solly March
Sonny
in
Marshall stealing in
Danger.
at the back post. Like, nah.
Right,
It's scary times.
Right,
It's scary
stressed out.
times.
There's no way you should have taken.
I'm sorry. I've got to talk about Pogba because, like, I'm always backing, but my word, he has stunk it up the first 2 games. Like, I hope this is just him trying to get back into the but he's been hooked twice and deservedly hooked twice. Like, you can't have no complaint.
60th
minute
off.
It's times where like you give the ball.
Sharp. I think it's just.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Because you give away the ball, somebody will win it back, give it back to him, and then he give it away again. And that's when I know, he's about to get hooked. I think he did that in 2 consecutive games, and he got hooked. I was like, he's a trend still. But I can't. I don't even want to single out Pogba because there's literally 9 or 10 other players that just stunk with him. I think, funny enough, De Gea might be the only one that gets some saving grace from this match because he made a couple saves at least. But Rashford, the goal. I'll give Rashford the goal. But
a very good goal. Very good goal.
Very good goal. But Martial stunk it up. Bruno, smelly.
I just want to close up on this question about Ole. Yeah, like, will he ever get it right? Like, what is it about that guy? Because do this every week.
Let me just quickly just drop a little thing in here. I don't know. Getting it right for Ole. I don't know what that amounts to, what the ceiling of that is, because getting it right for him, I think this is the best he can do, getting you lot top 4, honestly, and this in all honesty, because I really don't like, if I'm being as unbiased as possible and as sincere as possible, Ole is out of his depth. He gets out coached week after week after week. If we put all the managers in their own league table, Ole's not top. Ole's bottom 3. Like, he's not, because even the lower league managers, at least the Steve Bruces and the Roy Hodgsons got stock and they know what they want to do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But Ole, literally, the only tactic I can really hold on to Ole is counter-attack. And that's why his big game records don't look too bad, because he has no tactic that involves them keeping the ball. So with the bigger teams, they're always going to not have the ball. So counter-attack to that, and he relies on individual performances. So when those individuals don't turn up, it's very easy to say, this person played bad, this person played bad, this person played bad. And as well, he's got a lot of friends in the media. So a lot of the pundits and that all love Ole. Ole's a great person, and that's fine. But you have to be able to split up the personality from his actual job. But he's not good at this. He's not this level. And it's not fair that he's not getting told that he's not at this level.
Woodward someone needs to have a word. Everett needs to have a word in his ear.
Ever.
Only Everett would. Only Everett
will tell him.
Only Everett will tell him. He's not good enough.
Everett will tell him.
Only Everett.
Everett
will
like
come on TV and say that.
If they invite him back onto Sky Sports, that's what he's going to say. If they ever invite him back onto Sky Sports, he's definitely saying that.
No, he's not good enough. And he's not. It's clear as day. So, Julie, yes, he might get it right, but I think he's done that already.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. That's all from us. We will see you next week with another episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our socials, and yeah.
Come on.
Have a nice night.